Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. If I sound like I am muffled tonight, that's because I am, and I am on the road again. I'm out of the basement, I'm out of the bunker. I don't have my nice 49ers background behind me. I don't have my App State. I don't have the big giant helmet. I don't have any of that because I'm on the road for the holidays, for Christmas, visiting my parents. And you know how the drill goes. We sit here and watch football. We are stuffed to the gills with all kinds of stuff we shouldn't eat. Really nice meat, potatoes, all that stuff. We did everything. We're exhausted from staying up and wrapping gifts, from staying up and spending time with family, watching the kids run around. Got laser tag for the kids from one of my wife's aunt, Absolute Electric Factory. Laser tag, 100%. Would highly recommend anybody getting laser tag. We have had football that has been on, that has been, they've made it as difficult as they possibly can with football. The NFL especially. I mean, you've got bowl games going on, you've got the NFL going on, but the NFL putting the two games on Netflix. My wife and I drove on Christmas back to my parents' place, and I was watching the game on Netflix. So, you know, Netflix, they got rid of the records when they were playing certain games. I was watching the first part of that, but you know, everybody's yelling about the streaming services. Most people don't have Peacock, so they really couldn't. People were taking a stand. Unfortunately for me, I'm an absolute sucker. I can't help myself. I buy all the streaming services because it's just hard for me not to watch NFL football. But that's neither here nor there. This is the Pick'em show, the NFL Pick'em show, Saturday night. We do it every Saturday night during the season. JBonez and I hop behind these microphones and we put together an absolute burner of a 13, 14, 15, 16 game slate, whatever it is. Last week, we went 8-8. We'd been 10-4. We'd been 11-5 last week. We didn't have a losing record. We've only had 2 of those this entire year. So, ladies and gentlemen, if this is the first time you're listening to the show, we appreciate you listening to the podcast. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. But on this show, this particular show, we go through every single game. We're going to do this in an abbreviated fashion. One, because I have to get up and travel. Number 2, JBonez, usually who's here, is not here tonight. He's playing Pictionary. He's usually right here with me, co-host, and we are triangulating these things. He brings a lot of great information. He's very knowledgeable in the betting department, so you guys are going to be stuck with me for the evening. So if the chat wants to come in here and jump in anytime going over these picks, you just let me know. But basically, here's a breakdown of what we do. We go back over what we did last week, right? We have to look we have to look at our history so that we can move forward. We have to look back so that we can move forward. We don't live in the rear view. The rear view is smaller than the windshield for a reason. We look forward. Okay? But we have to learn from our mistakes. We're putting together a formula, a model, all kinds of stuff. And when I say that, I'm saying that tongue in cheek, but JBonez actually will go back and put all this stuff. But we are the Millie Goats. Let's talk some football. Let's go back to the history. BMO's here. BMO, you want to jump in, dude? I'll send you the link. Send you the link, buddy. Okay. Let's go back. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. Let's go back. Let's rewind the clocks back a week, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into week 17, it's already kicked off. We just watched the Ravens game, Derrick Henry, absolute man-child, all that stuff. Okay. If you're listening to the audio version, in front of me, we put a graphic on the screen of the CBS Pick'em contest. We go down and we pick the spreads of each game. So here we go from last week. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. That's what we say on the show. We say Merry Christmas. We don't say that other stuff. So we're going to try to get out of here 40 minutes or less. That's what I'm going to do because I'm tired. But last week, 8-8, we start off in Seattle. The Seahawks are plus 1.5. JBonez sent out go check our social media. We'll put up that screen here at the end of the show. But JBonez put out the video every Thursday night. Well, we're not going to have many Thursday nights moving forward, but he will put out a video of a pick if it's a different game where we don't have a show or something. But JBonez put it out. He said, Seahawks plus 1.5, book it. Now, you're looking at the screen. It shows we didn't pick the Eagles, but in that same video, and also that Seahawks-Rams game was incredible. Sam Darnold, everybody thought he was dead. Hit the Undertaker gif. He's back. Absolute freak show of a game. What an incredible game. And then the Eagles, they play on Saturday. We had the Eagles minus 6.5. And then we had the Bears plus 1.5 against Packers. Everybody saw what happened. Onside kick debacle. Caleb Williams ties it up, winning overtime. Deep bomb to DJ Moore, so on and so forth. Packers lose that game 9-5-1. Then they lose tonight. NFC North champs to the Bears, who were plus like 600 to win the division beforehand. So, and if you're listening to this audio version, we record in front of a live virtual audience. So you'll hear us shout out people like Marcel or people like BMO. We say hi in the chat. And we interact with them. So if you're listening to this, Marcel, thank you for checking us out. We're going to talk some football. So we went 3-0 on the early games last week to start before Christmas week. So we were feeling good. We come down to the Bucks at Panthers last week, and the Panthers are plus 2.5. And they had what? They had been 14. They've been 0-14 the last, or 0-12 or 0-14 the last 12 or 14 games. They've been favored at home or so basically anytime the Panthers had hope at home, they were going to lose the game in the last like what, 2 or 3 years. So we had no reason to believe that. We thought the Bucks were going to bounce back. Guess what? We were wrong. The Bucks didn't cover the minus 2.5. So then we went to Buffalo, or we went to Cleveland, and we said we'll take the Browns plus 10.5 at home against the Bills. And then Josh Allen hurt his foot, and it was kind of an ugly game. They were never really the same after that. The Browns ended up cover plus 10.5. Then we said, you know what? This is something's fishy here with the Chargers being dogs. We said, you know what? We'll buy the Cowboys. And guess what? That was a terrible idea. The Cowboys stink. Chargers destroyed them. Look, Saints quietly playing some good football. Tyler Shuck, we took them minus 4.5 against the Jets at home. The Jets are a complete dumpster fire. So we ended up nailing the Saints over the Jets. Then we came down and we took the Vikings with Max Brosmer, even though J.J. McCarthy got absolutely pile drived in that game. The Vikings were minus 2.5 on the road, and they won 16-13. Jackson Dart threw for like 30 yards. So shout out us. Came down. Titans were underdogs at home to the Chiefs, who had just lost Mahomes, and Titans had actually been playing kind of frisky with some teams. So we took them plus 3.5. That was a win. This is my fault taking the Dolphins against the Bengals. That was Two was benched. Quinn Ewers was terrible. Joe Burrow and the boys were absolutely rolling. Chase Brown had like 4 touchdowns that game. So we lost that one. We come down, we take the Falcons minus 2.5 at Arizona. They win by a touchdown. Nobody really watched that game. Who cares? Bijan's a freak. Then we came down and we took the Broncos minus 3.5 because we're like, there's no way the Jags are actually this good. And turns out the Jags absolutely bullied them in Denver. And then Broncos, we'll see here in a second, go up there and they struggle with the Chiefs. So I'm not convinced of the Broncos at all, but we'll get to that here in a second. Then we went and said, this is a rally the troops game for the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell and the culture, the kneecap biting. No way the Lions lose to the Steelers at home. Steelers are frauds. Game ended really weird, with the OPI and then Jared Goff running and grabbing the ball and running into the end zone. But the Steelers ended up winning 29-24. Then we took the Texans minus 14.5 against the Raiders because the Raiders just got their doors blown off by the Eagles. And the Texans, of course, led playing with their food. They win by 2 and damn near lose the game. Then we come down, we take the Ravens minus 2.5 because we're thinking, you know what, Sunday night, boom, Ravens, this is their time. Lamar Jackson goes out, gets a bruised back, boom, that game's over, so on and so forth. Patriots end up winning late. Shout out Drake May. The Ravens had it. Complete disaster. Then we came down, and I have been hesitant to take the Niners the last few weeks because they've been killing us. And the last 2 or 3 times we haven't taken them, they've actually covered. So the Niners go in there and just put up an absolute offensive clinic against Phillip Rivers and the Colts, 48-27. So we took the Colts plus 6.5. And I was like, you know what? If the Colts are smart, they'll run the football. But no, what they did is they let Phillip Rivers direct traffic at the line of scrimmage. And, that ended up working for about a half before they were like, you know what? This guy can't throw the football deep. Let's just try to get up in their face. And that's what they did. So that was an 8-8 week. That's what it looks like. Not a losing week, though. And we still are 128 and 106 overall. So what are we going to do this week? There's a lot of pressure on me, guys, because normally JBonez is here to help bring some analytical and satirical angles at this thing. So we started off, and this actually, before I do this is a crazy stat. Okay. Listen to this. NFL favorites this season on Thanksgiving. Okay. The Lions on Thanksgiving were -3 to the Packers. The Chiefs were -3.5 at the Cowboys, and the Ravens were -7.5 at the Bengals. Every single every single underdog won or covered on Thanksgiving. Okay. On Christmas, the Cowboys were -8.5 at the Commanders. The Lions were -7.5 at the Vikings, and the Broncos were -13.5 at the Chiefs. Holiday Christmas and Thanksgiving favorites went 0-6 against the spread. Check this out. That's from John Ewing on Twitter. Okay. Look at that. Absolutely hilarious. Thanksgiving 0-3 against the spread. Christmas 0-3 against the spread. That is something that we should tuck away. Okay. Tuck away for next year. I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. You're playing on Thanksgiving. You can say that it's awesome all you want, but look, man, we're all kids at heart. Like, we want to be with our families and doing Thanksgiving traditionally, go around, get there early, talk to the in-laws. Everybody's watching football. People are yelling about stuff, talking politics, eating food that you shouldn't eat, you know? No, that was what's up, Cross? No. Was one of you the 49ers fan that said they would beat the Bears by 50 years at a different channel? No, that's me. I'm the 49ers fan. I'm the 49ers fan. So we get to find out tonight or tomorrow, Sunday night, buddy. Come in the live show. We're gonna be watching the game and doing our show while the Niners and the Bears play. Usually that ends up terribly for me because last few times I've streamed during the Niners game, they've gotten their teeth kicked in. So I think I'm like, dude, Cross, I'm telling you right now, dude. Thanks for coming back. Come back tomorrow night too. We're gonna go through some games here. But yeah, that was me. I won't hide from it. Look, I'm not gonna hide from a take, dude. It should be fun. So it should be a good time. But okay, let's get back. Let's go back to the games here. Okay. So, yeah, dude, Cross, you're not kidding. I mean, that's it. Like, if the Niners win, they'll be, and the Bears too. If the Bears win, I mean, it's the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Bears basically that are fighting out. The Rams, Seahawks, Bears, and Niners are all kind of jostling for that one seed. So here we go. So we took the Cowboys, and Jake Moody, of course, redeems himself by hitting a field goal. I mean, I was watching some of that game on the way back, and it was Josh Johnson and Dak Prescott was doing his thing. So, Dak Prescott looked pretty good against a bad Commanders team. They kept it close. It was close and entertaining. It had no juice. It had nothing. So we took the Cowboys -7.5, and Jake Moody, thanks a lot, Jake Moody. You hurt me when you were a Niner. Now you're hurting me whenever you're not a Niner. Unbelievable. Then we come back and we take the Lions -5.5 because we're thinking season on the line, got to go, right? Cannot. This is a must win. Can't lose. Put it all together. Whatever you want to make it. A Stromboli of must win. Can't lose. And they get beat by Max Brosmer, who throws for like 3 net passing yards. And now the Vikings or the Lions are eliminated. So they're in last place in the NFC North. So, people are gonna go back and, oh, are the Lions, are they overrated? Is their window closed? And it's look, say whatever you want. They lost both their coordinators. Is Dan Campbell the guy that can call plays? Who knows? But obviously Ben Johnson is a good coach because he's got the Bears doing what he's supposed to do. And, Jared Goff is really good whenever things there's not a lot of adversity whenever Jared Goff. I don't know if he's a force multiplier, as people like to say, but this is not are the Lions going to win the Super Bowl next year? Is their season over show debate? We're here to pick games. We did not pick the Broncos and the Chiefs. I don't know what happened. That was Christmas night, I think is what it was. And there's just too much stuff going on Christmas night to put in a pick. I completely forgot. However, so that was Christmas Day games, and they had the 2 Netflix games and they had the Prime game, and there's too much streaming. There's too much streaming. I miss the days where you just had everything on one box. It's one box, you have one remote to it, and you just play the games there. So it's absolutely ridiculous. But the Broncos and the Chiefs, The Chiefs actually had a chance to win that game, but that was the whole is Travis Kelce's last home game. They were plus 13.5. The Chiefs were. There's no way the Broncos are winning that game by 13.5. There's absolutely they don't blow people out. Bo Nix made a throw. He actually made a really good throw in the back of the end zone to R.J. Harvey to win that game. That was a really nice throw. You got to give him credit. So, but it's the playoffs are going to be fascinating this year in the NFL. Crush says we need both the Panthers to beat. We both need the Panthers to beat the Seahawks. And I see the Panthers pulling an upset off. Seahawks never do well on the East Coast. I would definitely take the Panthers spread. That's what I'm talking about, Crush. The Panthers, the Panthers beat the Rams in Charlotte not too long ago. So they could do it. They just got to make Sam Darnold uncomfortable. You get in Sam Darnold's feet and get in his head, he'll start turning the ball over. Yeah, we got to get them credit. There you go. That's what we got to do is get all these TV channels to do something. They know what they're doing. It's not fair to us. The fans are paying the price. So today, JBonez comes on the mic and he says, "You know what? We are 0-2 to start this on Christmas. Okay, 0-2." He says, "You know what? Not today. Not this Saturday." And he put his big boy pants on. He sent the video. It's on our social medias. Go to all social medias. You'll see him with the Grinch face on. And he says, "Give us the Texans plus 2.5. That defense versus that offensive line. Okay. No, the Panthers are leading the NFC South. If they win tomorrow and then beat the Bucs, like the Panthers are leading the NFC South right now. So they're in the driver's seat. The destiny is in their hands. So JBonez says, give us the Texans plus 2.5. Boom. Nailed it. Exactly what you thought it was. Justin Herbert running for his life back there. Ticky-tack call late in the game to kind of keep it going, so on and so forth. And then he says, give us the Ravens plus 2.5. Malik Willis versus Tyler Huntley. That game was actually electric. Malik Willis played his face off, and then he got hurt on a non-contact throwing injury. That was really weird with his right shoulder. So they had to go to Clayton Tune. But the story of that game was Derrick Henry was, Tyler Huntley comes in and they basically said, we're going to give, how many carries did he have? Like 27, 30, something like that, something stupid. It was some ungodly number of like 30 carries or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something stupid. Hold on. I think I can get it right here, but let me see if I can find that little stat sheet of Derrick Henry. Shout out to the Bears for clinching. But Derrick Henry was, I think he's top 10 in rushing yards right now after that game. Something stupid. Let me see if I can find it here. Hang on. There it is. 4 touchdowns, 36 carries, 216 yards for Derrick Henry. But look, Lamar Jackson didn't play, and they said, you know what? We're just going to try this whole give it to Derrick Henry, which is what everybody's been screaming at him to do for the past 3 months. Just give the ball to number 22, and he almost stiff-armed some dude into the shadow realm again. So, that's exactly what they did. They run it through Derrick Henry, and they don't play games. It's exactly what they've been needing to do. And the Packers, fraudulent. They're at this point, yes, they're injured, and so, but everybody's injured. Who's not injured in the playoff picture? So that's just how it is. The 49ers are missing half their defense too. So Texans are, I'm telling you right now, the Texans started 0-3. They're one of 7 teams to start 0-3 and make the playoffs. And the other one of the teams was the Texans who did it in 2018. So we nailed the Texans. We nailed the Ravens, both plus 2.5 on the road. Packers are still in the playoffs. Chargers still in the playoffs, but that gave the Bears won because the Packers lost the division, and the Broncos won the division because the Chargers lost. All right, so Cruss, you know what I'm going to do, Cruss? Appreciate that. Nice picks on the Texans Ravens. I got both those wrong. Well, I mean, we got the ones above it wrong, but again, once we just looked at the numbers of the Christmas and Thanksgiving games, I mean, against the spread, all the favorites lost. They were 0-6 on Thanksgiving and Christmas this year. So, but okay, let's pick some games here. Seahawks 12-3. Shot at the 1 seed, current 1 seed, shot at the NFC West, flying across the country, taking on the Carolina Panthers in Charlotte. Now, we just talked about it. Bryce Young making some plays. Has he played a defense like this? I don't know. We know that the Seahawks are hyper aggressive on defense, very fast, a lot of pass rush. It's going to be interesting to see what the Panthers do offensively. But Panthers 8-7, leading the NFC South. This is a playoff game. We're in playoff mode here. If you're in Charlotte, this place, they were rocking last week for the Bucs. These are two pretty marquee games in Charlotte for the first time since 2015 or whatever it's been. So plus 6.5 for the Panthers is a pretty juicy number. Seahawks haven't really. What have the Seahawks been doing? Can't remember off the top, man. I know they played the Rams close. They still haven't decided. Oh, that's right. They barely beat the Colts at home. They beat the Rams at home. They went to Atlanta and throttled the Falcons. They throttled the Vikings 26-0. They beat the Titans by a touchdown. They lost to the Rams. They throttled the. So they've been putting up some points against teams. They've got some good wins. I mean, the Seahawks are pretty. This is going to come down to. I mean, this is a revenge game, right? This is a revenge game. Jamarion's here. He said the Panthers need this win. The Panthers can win it, Jamarion, but we just need him to cover plus 6.5. Do we think they can do that? So, no, I do not know Korean. No offense, I just don't know it. So I think what we're going to do here is they're giving us 6.5 points. Okay. This is going to be hard for me to pick without my heart. Okay. So just know that I'm a 49ers fan. And I really, you know what? Here's how I'm going to do this. One of my friends, one of my ex-teammates, Sam Martin, he's the punter for the Panthers. Good friend of mine. Okay. Leader in the locker room. He doesn't lose big games. Give us a Panthers plus 6.5. Give it to us. Okay. You can come in here with all your numbers. You come in here with all your facts. Seattle's traveling to Charlotte. They have the 49ers next week, depending on if the Niners win, in a winner take all, the division take the 1 seed, potentially. Okay. Big time game. Big game for the Panthers. Big game for the Seahawks. 6.5 is tough. 6.5 is tough. No, I do not speak Japanese or Korean. No. So we're going to take the Panthers plus 6.5. That's a big game. These 1 o'clock games, there's some juice to these 1 o'clock games. The next game, the Cardinals and Bengals, means nothing. Jaguars and Colts, the Colts are eliminated because the Texans won, so they're done. Jaguars are playing for a lot. They can still get the 1 seed, I think. The Bucs, this is a huge game for the Bucs. Patriots still have to keep pace with the Broncos, so that game has meaning. This game has no meaning, but the Saints are frisky. So, there's some games here that matter for at least for one of the teams. So we're going to start off, we're going to take Panthers plus 6.5. Next game. Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals, 3-12. They're getting slobber knocked. Okay. They're getting destroyed. Who they play? Oh, they played the Falcons last week. That's what they played the Falcons last week. Decent game. But anyways, Joe Burrow coming off the 40-some point just absolute throttling of the Miami Dolphins, who are falling apart at the seams. They're starting Quinn Ewers for crying out loud. They made 2 of the third string, and they put Zach Wilson. Oh, baby, Robert coming in here. He says Tampa Bay, Jonathan Taylor over 72.5 yards rushing. Against that defense? Jonathan, that's the number. Is that the number one rushing defense? The Jags. That's bold, Robert. It's Bobby. But let's not overthink this, okay? The Cardinals stink. Jonathan Gannon probably on the out. Kyler Murray probably on the out. Trey McBride's the only thing they got going for him. With the Bengals, hey, Joe Burrow's auditioning for other teams here. So they're minus 7.5. Big number. Big number. But I think at home, Bengals get it done minus 7.5. I don't trust the Cardinals at all. Okay. Moving down to 1 o'clock. Big AFC North battle. Shedeur Sanders. This is my mom actually was talking about this before I came on here. She said, wait a minute. Okay, so you got Shedeur Sanders versus Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are minus 3.5 on the road in Cleveland. Cleveland's been getting crushed lately. My mom was like, did Aaron Rodgers play at the same time Deion Sanders played? Because now he's going to play his son. So we did a little research. Turns out Deion Sanders originally retired in 2001, came out of retirement to play for the Ravens in 2004, and then officially retired in 2006. Aaron Rodgers was drafted in 2005 and played in 2005 and 6. So Aaron Rodgers played at the same time Coach Prime played. So there's a little nugget for you there. With that being said, Myles Garrett chasing the sack record. The Steelers have been covering lately. They covered against the Lions. I'm pretty sure they covered against the week before against the Dolphins. So they're on a little heater of covering. However, the Buffalo Bills just went into Cleveland and struggled mightily. And the Steelers are going to be down. DK Metcalf's out. And their other top receivers out. So they're going to be rolling out there Scotty Miller, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and Adam Thielen. And that is going to be a problem. And I don't care. This is a divisional game. And if the Steelers lose this game, we got ourselves. Is this a look-ahead game for the Steelers? Is this a look-ahead game for a winner? The NFL does not want the Ravens-Steelers game to mean nothing next week. There's a potential of a ton of games next week that have pretty much lots of things on the line. So I'm going to look. Yes, exactly, Bob, Robbie. It's a division game. It's at home. The Steelers are missing, some of their top end talent. I think the NFL steps in here. I think the Browns cover 3.5 at home. I just think it happens. It's a division game, AFC North football. It's going to be cold. Actually, I have no idea what the weather is. I'm not even going to pretend what the weather is. I mean, Shedeur Sanders, signature win. Steelers 9-7. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. We already saw that. Give me the Browns plus 3.5. Let's go. Next game, AFC South. This game was going to be interesting until the Texans won. Because now the Colts are eliminated. They started 7-1. Now they're done. Man, did that unravel quickly. But did we actually ever believe in the Colts? Come on now. It's Daniel Jones. The same thing I say with the Seahawks. We believe in Sam Darnold. Can we believe in Sam Darnold in big games? I mean, the playoffs are going to be outrageous. It's going to be crazy. Some of these quarterbacks we're going to have to trust. I mean, we were talking about the defenses too, but anyways. Colts at home plus 6.5. They covered against the Seahawks. They did not cover at home against the 49ers. What is the difference there? They tried to get in a track meet with the 49ers, and that's just not what's going to happen. And Trevor Lawrence is playing out of his damn mind. And let me tell you what. Brock Purdy torched this Colts defense. This pass defense for the Colts was ranked 30th before the Monday night game, and it might be 31st or 32nd after what the 49ers did to him. And the Jaguars with Jacoby Myers absolutely cooking. Travis Hunter, is he the problem? Some are saying. And this defense is a lot more ferocious than the 49ers defense that Philip Rivers just played. They're going to be in his kitchen all night. It's going to be fun, but I think the Jags on the road, they're the better team. They're rolling. They got more to play for. Do we believe it? Do we believe in Trevor Lawrence? That's the question. Jags minus 6.5. Let's go. Okay. Sunday, 1 o'clock. This is the Bucks. You have to take the Bucks. state championship on the line between the Buccaneers and the Dolphins. Bucs are at the Dolphins. -5.5 in favor of the Bucs. Dolphins are an absolute train wreck. They suck. However, this is a must-win game for the Buccaneers. We have to go with the Bucs here. We got to go with the road favorite. 2 road favorites in a row. Everything we've seen from the Dolphins is putrid the last few weeks. They're a complete flux. They have no idea what they're doing. Okay. Now, Bucs are going to cover. Baker gets the boys back to set up yet again another potential winner-take-all game next week for the NFC South. 1 o'clock game here. New England Patriots 12-3 -13.5 at the New York Jets. The Jets, with their debacle of, do we let this lady kick the field goal before the game or at halftime for $100,000? Then they find out that she is a soccer coach and has kicked before, and they took it away. And then Twitter got involved and bullied them, and now they're letting her kick. So the Jets are just jetsing so hard right now. And we're in the Brady Cook era. 13.5 is a ton for a divisional road favorite. I say because the Patriots are, they're toying with some. They're 7-0 on the road. No other quarterback. I think there's some record about being 8-0 on the road or something that the Patriots are about to eclipse or do whatever. I don't think the Jets have any shot to win this game. But 13.5 points is a lot of points in the NFL. I think Travion Henderson's playing. I think the last time they played, the Jets covered. Do we trust take the third? That's what I'm talking about, Robert. That's what I'm talking about. 13.5 is a lot. You're talking about a young team. They got a lot to play for. Division's on the line. They got Miami next week. They could be the 1 seed. I mean, a lot of distractions. Dude, Cross, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Dude, we love ball on this show, man. We played college ball. All of us played college ball. We had, we watch a lot of football. We love football, man. Football is the best. You know what I'm saying? And Crust says, dude, I just want to say I'm a Bears fan. I'm very impressed with your football knowledge. I'll take what you're saying into account before I do my parlay tomorrow. Hey, look, man, let's all work together. I am not an expert. This is not advice. We are not experts on this show. We started the show because we wanted to have fun and talk football with each other. And if we can bring more people in there to want to talk football with us, that's what it's all about. Because the further you get away in life, or the further you get along in life, the further away you get from the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to recreate. We're trying to recreate the locker room vibes. That's all. Give me the Jets 13.5. Let's not be scared. Let's not be scared. Right? I mean, come on. Brady Cook, Aaron Glenn, divisional game, MetLife. Crazy things happen in MetLife. Don't do those stupid Gotham jerseys. Now, last 1 o'clock game. Saints -2.5 at the Titans. Look, man, this game actually might be pretty entertaining. You've got 2 rookie it's probably the 2 best rookie quarterbacks. You got Tyler Shuck and you got Cam Ward. Cam Ward's been kind of getting himself up there. And Tyler Shuck's been balling, dude. And quietly, the Saints, I think, have won 3 or 4 in a row. Pretty sure. Look who's here. Look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. JBonez in the building.
Just a quick slide in.
Yes.
We're good, right? We're good.
We're good. We're good. I took the Jets. Okay. I took the Jets plus 13.5.
All right.
Yeah. Do we like the Jets plus 13.5?
Like the Jets.
Okay. Do we like the Bucks -5.5?
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Do we like the Jags -6.5?
Colts are dead now, so yes.
Okay. Do we like the Browns plus 3.5 at home?
Flop them. Myles Garrett breaks
Okay.
the record.
Love it. Bengals -7.5. Cardinals.
Yes.
Okay. This is the one I struggled with. Panthers And we got some people in here. Cruss is here. We got Robert. Some people are chiming in. They love the Panthers plus 6.5.
All right. Who am I to argue with a quorum?
I told him, I said, look, I'm picking with my heart here. I got a guy that one of my friends that plays for the Panthers, and I hate the Seahawks. I need an impartial party to ground me. So, okay.
1 o'clock
Saint,
West Coast. I like it. Do it.
Saints, Titans.
Shuck.
Too good. Let's shuck around and find out, baby. Let's go. Good luck, Shuck. Minus 2.5. That could be a fun game. There's 2 rookie quarterbacks. Telling you right now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the 4 o'clock slate. Giants and the Raiders, and probably the most hilarious pregame shenanigans we've ever seen, because the Raiders have ruled out Brock Bowers, they've ruled out Max Crosby, they've ruled out, and then the Giants counter with we're gonna rule out our best left tackle, we're gonna rule out a host of other players, and these 2 teams are basically playing for the number 1 pick. The Raiders are favored by 1.5, and I say what they should do is the person who wins this game actually gets a loss. How about that? So
I'm cool with that.
I don't know what to do about this game. Neither of these teams want to win, obviously.
I think you got interim coach. The interim coach wants to win.
Is that Kafka?
Kafka.
Giants.
Cheat Carroll's a liability out there too, if we're being honest with ourselves.
That's a great point. He has no desire to. He can put the feather in his cap of earning the first overall pick.
Yeah.
And the Madden highlights or the Madden previews just came out, or whatever trailer. Distractions. So we take the Giants plus 1.5.
Yeah, because what do they need? They don't need Mendoza.
Well, they have Dart, and Dart wants to win. So
Colin Cowherd thinks they should trade Mendoza for picks.
Colin Cowherd also said that Ben Simmons was the next LeBron.
Too soon. Ben Simmons, world-class fisherman.
Dude, I saw a video of him. He caught a fish and tried to throw it back in the water and missed. And he said the dude had the whole ocean to throw the fish in, and he missed.
That's Ben Simmons. Yeah.
It's incredible. Okay, I'm glad you're here. 425. Impartial. Right, impartial judgment here.
Always impartial. Yeah, no.
The Eagles.
Very serious business.
Eagles. One of the games of the day. Eagles. There's only 2 4 o'clock games, so they watching the Giants and the Raiders is gonna be must see TV. But
true. There's only 2 4 o'clocks for a reason.
Yes. Eagles plus 2.5 at the Buffalo Bills. We need a foot cam on Josh Allen's foot. We need an over under how many times they're going to show his foot on the broadcast.
Gross, but okay.
What's your analysis here?
I think Brandon Beane, dumbest GM in the football, messed up. Did not talk to an agent before he put in a claim for Darius Slay, who wanted to go back to the Eagles. And now they're holding him hostage because of a salary cap thing. Lane Johnson almost played. Jalen Carter, back from shoulder surgery, is playing. I think it's personal. Josh Allen's never beat the Eagles. They have his number. I think the Eagles defense is coming together. I think the offense has some real play calls in it, which we didn't see for a while. You had to get to the bottom before you could start to climb out. The Eagles 2025, The Dark Knight Rises. It feels exactly the same plot line. And maybe it's going to take us faking our death and seeing Alfred in a cafe as we enjoy our croissant with Catwood.
Croissant.
But for one Sunday in rainy Buffalo, give me the birds. Give me the birds all day.
The Bills are kind of in a weird spot too. Do they want the Steelers? Do they want the Ravens? Because they're pretty much done with the 1 seed. The way that the Broncos schedule is, the Patriots schedule is. So they're playing
Super Bowl preview.
we have double J boot? I fixed it.
He did it. He did it. He did it.
I'm gonna multitask. Yeah, it's a Super Bowl preview.
Okay, I disagree, but
Time
I can
Super Bowl preview.
I can see that. So, okay,
So 49ers are going. Who have they played in the AFC that could be a Super Bowl team?
Jags.
Super Bowl preview.
The Bills' rushing defense sucks, and if the Eagles are smart, which I think they are, they'll run the football down their throats.
I think the Eagles are a professional playoff football team. You see how hard it is for the Lions. We've got a tight end calling plays.
Yeah.
Eagles know 18-week season and playoffs. No sense in running. No sense in playing your magic card in week 2.
So, Sean McDermott, though, will he be wearing the glasses? He's 3-3 with the glasses. We called it out on this show. 7-1 without the glasses. Well, now when I saw him in those designer shades, I was like, that was the Miami Dolphins game. I was like, no. You can't wear designer shades when you're facing Mike McDonald. Who's wearing designer shades now? If he's not wearing the glasses,
designer shades, no good. Capris, no good.
Mm-mm. I need my
Bill
football
Belichick
coach
hoodie, good.
Yes, I need my football coach to look like a football coach, please. Not
okay.
It's some scruff. You know what I mean?
Nick Sirianni scruff shaved his head for the Birds. That's commitment.
Shave his head again?
Name another coach that committed. Bald Eagles, come on.
Also, by the way, one of my friends sent me. He's like, "Hey, the Millie Goats green is beautiful," and then he sent me a picture in his Kelly Green sweatshirt or pullover, and it matched exactly the green on his hat. And I was
Is that like the Super Bowl preview?
I was like, we're gonna have to do a remodeling or rebranding with this logo. Okay. Birds.
Hey, sidebar, real quick.
Go ahead.
Did you see all of the notifications flying around with your JMU Tulane versus Notre Dame hypothetical on TikTok?
What happened?
I posted flip the home teams and just comments all night. My phone was buzzing. Just these two guys were very aggressively arguing in the comment section. Very good for engagement.
Dude,
literally,
I'm not gonna lie. Recently, things have gone. I cannot keep up with all the comments on all the social media. I just can't do it. It would drive me insane. It's
to engagement farming.
Well, dude, it is a lot of fun to say something and get somebody just like. So we don't do it on, it comes up organically for the most part on the show. And people there was one guy who was yelling at us about the Bills whenever I was saying, the 49ers. And I'm like, the person had no idea the context that I'm a 49ers fan and JBonez is a Bills fan. And so I'm just sitting there just hammering the Bills. And what I said, I tell people, I'm like, just go listen to the show. You'll understand. Like, we're not out here pounding the table like the Nick Wrights and the Con Cowards who just want to be right all the time. We have a lot of innuendos and satire, and there's levels to the humor, and I think the clips don't.
Not on Saturday nights, buddy. This is serious as a heart attack.
It is. Hey, by the way, not a losing record again for I don't know how many weeks. I mean, it's 14 out of 16 weeks. Not bad.
Hey, nice bounce back today. Should have done the video on Christmas.
Damn it. Well, did you see that all the favorites against the spread 0-6 on Thanksgiving and Christmas? All of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No professional, nothing out. No one was writing articles about Christmas games. No one was talking about them. Everyone was like, get to Saturday. That's the real games. We had second string, third strings, dead teams. I couldn't get excited for it. And I'm like, hey, be brave and take all these dogs. But it's like, gross. The Lions need this. They're not going to lose. That team quit on the Lions. They should be looking for a new head coach because clearly he can't do it without an offensive coordinator.
Nope. Okay.
About where the Titans could be right now. They could have a Mike Vrabel, Malik, Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. Is that enough to win the South? Race debate.
Yeah. Telling you.
Oops.
Whoops.
Oops. Some lady fired Vrabel.
That was so stupid. That was stupid to trade AJ Brown too. In my opinion.
Not brilliant. I'd do it again.
This is what Crust said. Just to remind you, because he's a Bears fan, he's very impressed with your football knowledge. Talking about our show, he'll take what we're saying into account before he does his parlay. Crust says that he's adding the Niners -3.5 to his parlay. He struggled with San Fran. I just think San Fran has more to play for. We have the 2 seed locked up. He's a Bears fan.
Tell him what I texted you. Tell him. Full disclosure. You keeping secrets from the people?
Crust, he said
that
the 49ers are 0-4 after CMC has 27 touches or more in a game the week prior.
For no reason, he touched the ball 27 times. George Kittle, injured. CMC, 27 touches. 49ers aren't healthy enough to win tomorrow night.
He says he sees the 49ers winning 27-20.
Look at this.
Russ, I see what you're trying to do to me here.
I'm Jon Snowing this right now with both you two.
He's reverse psychology. He's trying to BMO me right now. But I'm not going to. You know what? I've gone 3 weeks now, 3 or 4 weeks, and I've said, you know what? Let's be smart.
I told you it was going to happen. They won on Monday night. I was going to be like, great. Now I have to go against them this week.
The 49ers haven't lost in these jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to convince you.
I'm sorry.
Bears fan know that I personally already have a parlay started. It includes Texans money line, the Ravens money line, the Eagles money line, the Bucks money line, and the Bears money line. So
nope.
Money where my mouth is.
Nope. I'm just telling you. I have for a couple of weeks. I've tried to be objective, and now I can't. Now that I think they have a chance at the 1 seed. I just think the 49ers are not going to Green Bay Packers this thing. You're not playing Matt, whatever his name, LaFleur, okay? He's a known choke artist, okay? That's what he does.
Bears are the opposite of a choke. They're the cardiac kids.
The Bears are playing with house money, but winning the turnover margin, getting absolutely unbelievable breaks. They have a great rushing attack. If they are smart, they will run the football over and over and over again, unlike what the Colts should have done, which is run the football over and over and over and over again. Ben Johnson's smarter than that.
Run the damn ball.
The issue is the Bears are missing like 5 or 6 players due to an illness, right? They're going to make this a Caleb Williams versus Brock Purdy thing. If the 49ers want to win, it's going to be CMC touching the ball a lot. Brock Purdy is going to be able to carve that defense up. I can tell you that right now. Will he throw a pick? Probably. You could probably bet a Brock Purdy interception, but I think the 49ers are going to win this. I think they're the better team. I think they're the better team. It's just my opinion.
I think this is a healthy loss.
No, I think they're going to win this game, and I think it's going to come down to the Seattle Seahawks versus the Niners for the 1 seed.
Okay.
If the Niners have won 5 in a row by 10 points or more.
So then they have to win 6 in a row, then there's no chance to lose, and then they have to go and win 10 in a row.
But they could also be at home the entire playoffs.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
including the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, I'm very excited about this game. Also, other side note, I told Chris earlier, when the Niners play on primetime and I am in while streaming, I don't think I've seen them win a game. A big game. Let's just say that. Like when they were playing in the Super Bowl, we went live and recorded our show during the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl in overtime, and it was painful.
That is bold.
Painful. And I sat there taking shots. Well, that's what you have to do. You know, that's what you got to do.
Is there a way that you could share the stream of the game on here to me? Hypothetically, Eagles 49ers play. Because, like, obviously in 2 different states, we're not going to be synced up unless we're like watching the same screen.
I guess maybe we just have to get together.
Well, governor's bet.
But yeah,
Governor.
The Bears have just been coming back and having these come from behind wins, and
right, so they blow them out.
So I don't know. I think the 49ers as a team they're not we're gonna fall apart late. It's just not how they're coached.
Tell you what, someone's gonna have to knock them out of the playoffs early before Fred Warner gets back. That's all I ask for.
That's exactly right. Because Fred Warner's going back. NFC Championship, maybe divisional. I'm taking the Niners. We're taking the Niners minus 2.5.
Oh, I know. I know we were never not taking them, but I'm just saying.
I know. You're on record. That's fine. But I have been objective the past few weeks. I've been saying,
I know. I wasted all my
you did.
fade the Niners picks.
We faded them for I think they've covered the last like 2 or 3 times too.
Yeah, they're winning by 10 points. Of course they're covering.
But again, before that, they weren't
taking the Colts. No
So
regrets.
maybe I do pick the Bears and just be like, you know what? I'll just take the loss on here and say that if we pick the Bears, the Niners are going to win the game. Damn, that's smart.
Brilliant.
All right, what do you want to do about
half at home in primetime? Yikes. What do they know?
All right, Monday, 8:15. Rams, also alive for the 1 seed in the NFC. Coming off a loss to the Seahawks. A lot of rest. They get Kirk Cousins and the Falcons. I don't know what to do about this game. Falcons are plus
rest. They're pissed. They're going to come back. McVay had the baby distractions. We haven't heard Puka in 10 days after distraction.
True.
Especially if the Seahawks and Niners win, which is possible. It's also possible they lose, and then Rams want to play for it. I don't know. Go back when they played on Sunday night against Commanders.
Oh, yeah.
Laugher in D.C.
Is Devontae Adams playing?
Who cares?
Yeah. 13
The offense wasn't the problem against the Seahawks.
That's true. Yeah, their secondary sucks. The Rams, that's their liability. Crush says if Sam Brand comes to Chicago in January, I'd bet the house on the. Hey man, yeah, I would too.
I think the Niners are a team that can play in the cold.
Embrace the
Rams not a team that can play in the cold. Seahawks probably aren't either, which is like, what do they do? They got to set wildfires in Seattle so they can play in Arizona Stadium.
What do we do here? Rams, Falcons.
Rams
8.5.
What's the biggest favorite you've taken so far?
If the Seahawks lose, it's going to be an absolute dogfight to get the one. That's crazy. It's crazy. All right.
Jags are heavily public. Steelers heavily public. Good job. Patriots heavily public. Good job.
Damn right.
Cowboys. Oh, it's Philistine. Okay.
GSP TV wants a 3-team lock. JBonez.
Bucks.
Okay.
Jags.
Bucks. Jags.
Eagles.
He did it.
They're going 2 different directions.
That's true. Bucks, Jags, Eagles.
And
there you
personal.
go, GSP.
I told you, it's personal.
Personal.
Jalen Carter wouldn't be playing tomorrow if it wasn't personal.
Final score for Bears at Niners. I think this is a high-scoring game. I really do. I think it's going to be somewhere like 28-34.
Holy shnikes. So, let's run the same script that the Bears lost to the Packers, where Caleb throws the interception on the game-winning or game-tying drive. So you're good there. 34-28?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's going to be
field goals? And but not break defense?
34. Well, that's what the Niners did against the Colts. They let them, they gave up yards. So that's what Salah says. It's a young defense. They can't get. They got nobody that can pressure the quarterback. It's really sad. What about 27-34? I think they win by a touchdown. I think it's a one-possession game.
Okay, 28-20 Rams.
Love it. Wait, no, they have to win by 8.5.
31-20.
31-20. Love it.
And it's 31-6 in the fourth quarter.
And then they're like, oh, here's Bijan. Here's
Bijan. Cool Bijan cam. Oh, my God. Eye in the sky.
Yeah, from above. Look at this spin move. Cuss was giving you some credit about these 2 picks today. He said he didn't. He said he picked the opposite.
Well, the Chargers offensive line's terrible.
Awful.
And the Packers are kind of no reason to play with the backup quarterback. Ravens clinging on the playoff life.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Let's run it down. Panthers plus 6.5 hosting the Seahawks. Bengals minus 7.5 hosting the Cardinals. Browns plus 3.5 at the Steelers. Jags minus 6.5 at the Colts. Bucks minus 5.5 at the Dolphins. Jets plus 13.5 hosting the Patriots. Saints minus 2.5 at the Titans. Giants plus 1.5 at the Raiders. Eagles plus 2.5 at the Bills. Niners minus 2.5 hosting the Bears, and then Rams minus 8.5 at the Falcons.
Perfect.
And scene.
Perfect. Put in the chat. Got to go. Love you. Long
All right.
time. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, man. Merry Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the lock. JBonez was here. He gave his input. I am going to get off of here, and I'm going to get this podcast out. If you're joining us late, go back and check out the first little bit of the show. I did not hold true to my 30 minutes. It's almost an hour. But you know what? When you're talking ball and everybody's loving, everybody's chipping in, everybody's chiming in, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's your 15 picks. We missed the one. We can't count it because we didn't have any inkling of pick video, no proof of what we did. Quite honestly, I would have taken the Chiefs plus 13.5 in a heartbeat because the Broncos are fraudulent and they've been fraudulent, but we're not going to count it. We can't because we have no proof. So anyways, everybody have a Merry Christmas, everyone. You're still celebrating. And then we will see you tomorrow night during the Bears and the Niners game. Let's lock these in. And we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We don't want any of that. Everybody, have a great Sunday. I'll be traveling back. I appreciate Cruss and GSP TV and Robert and everybody who tuned in. If you'd like more, go check us out on all the social medias. We're on every single one of them. You heard that we were talking about we try to keep up with some of the comments and stuff, but things have exploded here in a very good way, and we're heading in the right direction. And if I don't get back to the comments, my apologies, but here's all the social medias, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas. Safe travels if you're traveling this week. You know what? And enjoy. Most people are off work, like for a week. We got bowl season. We're going to get Sunday football tomorrow. We're going to get Monday night football. Then we're going to get bowl games on Tuesday. We're going to get some bowl games all day on Tuesday. Then you got the college football playoff on Wednesday and Thursday. And it's just going to be great. Then we get more football later in the week. So enjoy your football. And then we will see you tomorrow night. And we'll recap the NFL. We'll recap some of the bowl games. Subscribe to the podcast. Go do us a favor. If you're still listening, go to the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, leave a rating, leave a review, and then subscribe to the YouTube, the Rumble, all those channels we got up here. And let's all talk football. That's all we want to do. We just want to talk football, everybody. Everybody have a nice night, safe travels, and go Niners. I wish I was wearing my hat, but I'm not. See you later.